And we are off and running. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the 7 must-have videos course. And today is our final session, our bonus session, where we're going to wrap up the slides and the info that we didn't finish last time, and then open it up for questions, etc. I hope you like my little unicorn Zoom background here. I can change it if you want to something more apropos. That's closer to where I live, actually. But in all honesty, let's get going and jump right in and work on this lovely, lovely session that we have for you here, our final session, our bonus session. Hello, Wellmood. Arena, good to have you back. And last time we talked a lot about sizzle reels or sales videos and the process of putting those together. So the overall production roadmap is obviously you want to have your script, your concept. You want to gather the materials. It might be photos, it might be footage, it might be music, it might be all of the above. And you want to select the tools and resources that you're going to use and finally edit the video. Easier said than done, I agree. Val, just real quick, Zoom now allows you to use a green screen background and drop a different background in if you want. So that's kind of fun. Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But anyway, when we're talking about production and when we're talking about sales videos, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And it's kind of why I saved this session for last. However, if you do decide to edit, there are a lot of ways you can go. I'm going to move these things out of my way here so I can actually see what I'm saying. Sorry about that. Stuff's all in my way. And as far as editing goes, I mean, I think we touched upon this briefly last time. And again, I apologize for having to rush off last time. But most people dread the thought of video editing. It doesn't really have to be that hard. You can outsource your video editing, and you can start as small or as low as Fiverr, which is kind of hit or miss, frankly. You can try to do it yourself. You can hire somebody like me to do it, or you can do it online. I find, you know, there's a lot of different ways to come at this when you're doing video editing. But I find there are tools that make it a lot easier. Now, if you're on a Mac, you know, you can use iMovie. If you're on a PC, you can use Adobe Premiere or Camtasia, or you can do it online with resources such as wevideo.com or Magisto.com. So I want to show you a couple of those and go into those, and then we'll open it up for Q&A, and you can ask me anything. So the one that I oftentimes recommend is wevideo.com, because you can start for as little as $4.99 a month. And they give you a lot of options. They give you a lot of footage to choose from. They give you a lot of different music to choose from. So that's, you know, it may be worth a look if you are struggling with editing, video editing, and you don't want to outsource and you want to give it a shot yourself. You can get WeVideo for $4.99 a month and start with that and see how it works for you. The other choice is Magisto, also $4.99 a month. And the thing about Magisto is you can pick a template and start with that. So that you might find that a little bit easier. For example, if you are doing an event, they've got templates for that. If you're doing a webinar or a special offer or a sale, they've got templates for that. So again, start with templates, start with something where you've already got a bit of a guide and a head start on some of this stuff. If you are editing straight up, or if you want to use tools for animation and things like that, you can use animoto.com or wave.video. I'll show you screenshots of each of these in a moment. You can do slides or PowerPoint on Video Maker FX. You can do kinetic type and text videos on Video Maker FX. If you want to do more traditional kind of cartoony animation, you can try Powtoon or Animatron. And I'll also show you a way to do sketch or whiteboard videos on Doodly. So let me show you a real quick overview of some of these. Animoto has been around for the longest time, I think, and is sort of a tried and true way to create your videos. and especially if you want to create animated videos or photo video montages. And you could start for as little as $8 a month. So again, this is just another way to create videos where you don't have to be on camera necessarily. You can create animation, you can create photo montages, and a lot of different things with Animoto. And again, if you decide you need more features or you really want to, invest in it, it goes all the way up to $34 a month for their premium version. Another option is wave.video. Does essentially the same thing as Animoto.com, but they've got a little bit of a different template, a different interface. The interesting thing about wave.video is you can resize your videos, because nowadays, if you're doing video ads for Facebook or Instagram, those are all kind of different sizes beyond the traditional theater mode that we're used to. You can also get access to 200 million stock video clips, or you can use your own digital assets. And Wave Video starts at about $8.25 a month, up to $16.50 a month. So it's really a pretty good bargain that way for what you get. And again, I've tested all these and used several of them, but you don't want to have every single one, because that would be a little overwhelming and you wouldn't know where to start. So I'm just going to give you the choices here, and you can decide what works best for you. One of the ones that I go back to again and again is VideoMaker FX, and that's actually my affiliate link to VideoMaker, because I do promote this one from time to time. And the reason I like VideoMaker FX, frankly, is that it's really, really inexpensive. It's $27 one-time fee, so you really can't go wrong. And you get a ton of templates so that you can do sketch videos or animated videos or typed videos. And it's really, really easy to use. It's just that one-time fee, no monthly fees. And right now it's 27 bucks at bortone.com/videomaker. So that's a really good solution, just because it's really easy to start with and it's really inexpensive. So even if you get it and you end up making 2 or 3 videos or whatever, it's already more than paid for itself. VideoMaker FX, again, you can do sort of cartoonish character videos. You can do those sketch videos or doodle videos. You see the little hand there with writing on the screen. That's a really easy way to do those. You can do photo videos. So there's a ton of stuff and a ton of templates that you can make. And like I say, you only have to pay that one-time fee. So that's kind of cool. Adobe Spark is another option for about $10 a month. You can create slideshows, animated videos, social media graphics. So Adobe Spark does a lot more than just video, but it certainly does video as well. So if you want to create a quick video for Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you can use Adobe Spark to do that. Yet another option is Powtoon.com. And Powtoon is a little bit more of a traditional animation program. Again, fairly reasonably priced at $16 to $60 a month. And when I want to create sort of a really cartoon video, I usually go to Powtoon to do that. So that might be worth a look as well. And Animatron does the same thing as Powtoon, essentially, $15 to $30 a month. You can do character videos. It's interesting because some of the templates they have like political templates. So I did a whole Trump parody video using the animated characters that they have for you. So people are like, oh my God, how did you make a cartoon with Trump and Hillary and this and that? And I'm like, well, I just used the Animatron template. So it was fairly easy. So that's another one worth a look. And yet another is Videoze, VIDDYOZE. If you want to create animated videos, the pricing is similar. And I've used this for birthday videos, as you can see on the top there. And there's a lot of other templates as well. So the great thing about all of these tools is you're starting with a template. You're starting with a design, and all you have to do is customize it and switch out the text or switch out the images. And suddenly you are an animator that can do just about anything. So that's the cool thing about that. And last but not least, Doodly, which you can start for $8.25 a month, $8.25 a month, is another way to create sketch and whiteboard videos. This style was popular for a few years, and it's still, people are still using it, not as much, but it is a great way to tell a story and to get your message out. And if you want to create those popular sketch style videos, that's definitely one way to do it. I'm going to go back to less than full screen here so that I can see the, Al says she loves the unicorn background. Irina says there's a Philippine site for video editors who are usually pretty good. If you find that, maybe you can share it with us. Cheryl asked, do you know if GoPro Studio will allow you to do everything to edit videos? I honestly don't know, Cheryl, but I'll try and find out and put it in the Facebook group. Wellmood says she has videos and it's a lot of fun. And I find videos to be really easy. Wellmood also has Doodly, but hasn't used it as much. And that's good. Whenever you can find these things on AppSumo or wherever for a one-time fee rather than monthly, then that's usually the best time to get it. I mean, monthly fees are a pet peeve of mine because I have so damn many of them. So if I find Doodly for like $39 one-time fee or Video Maker FX or whatever for one-time fee, I usually grab it then. All right, so before we get to Q&A, I want to remind you about the few opportunities to get more help and support should you need it. And then I will go back to the, go back and unmute folks if they have questions, or you can continue to ask questions in the chat. As you know, part of this, we offered a done for you homepage video. So you can still get that if you need help with your homepage, where basically I walk you through shooting the homepage video, and then you send me the raw footage and I edit it and add graphics and music and all that good stuff. I still offer my Pick My Brain strategy session, and the new class that I'm doing that you might be interested in, because it is a perfect segue and a perfect follow-up to this one, really is the next step, is the 7-day video content creation challenge. And that's starting on February 17th. And for under $100, I will spend a week with you walking through various videos one by one, and you can create videos each day for those 7 days. So this seems like a pretty good transition and a pretty good follow-up to the class that we're doing now. Even if you haven't finished the class we're doing now, it's still a pretty cool and affordable way to do this. So I'll answer more questions about that later if you have them. Otherwise, you'll see the emails and the posts and things about the 7-day video content creation challenge. It is different from what we've done here because it's more of a challenge where you're creating videos every day, even if they're just Facebook Live videos or iPhone videos. So more about that here. And Irina put the link to the video editor in Philippines in the chat. All right, so you know where to find me. I'm going to put these, I'm going to go less than full screen here. You know what, I'll leave up the video content creation challenge slide in case anybody wants to see it. And I will see if we have any questions. We have pretty good participation today, so feel free to ask anything you want about anything that we've covered or anything about video in general, or unmute yourself or raise your hand if you know how to do that in Zoom, and I will unmute you and you can ask your question live in real time. So let me see if there are any other questions, and if not, it's going to be a relatively short last session.
Look,
hey, what's cooking? Oh, you're breaking up a bit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I love all of these programs like the Doodly and the videos. How do you keep track of them?
I don't.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
Sometimes I honestly, I would have to admit that I bought something and then I realized, oh shit, I already had that. So I need to create, what I would suggest and what I need to do and what you may want to do is just create a little Excel sheet and then keep track of what you buy. Like if I got something on AppSumo, I'd put, all right, I have Doodly and I paid one-time fee and this is how much it was and this is what I use it for. So I'd have like an Excel sheet, and that way, you know, when a new thing comes up or AppSumo makes some kind of offer, I can look at my Excel sheet and say, oh my gosh, I already have this. The other good thing about that is that you can keep track of sort of like, okay, well, if I need to make a sketch or whiteboard video, I know I can use Doodly or Video Maker FX for that. If I, you know, if I know that Animoto is the best for photo montages, I can go back to that. So it's hard to keep track because there's so many and it seems like there's a new one every day. I could have made this a whole class just on tools, but I don't want to get overwhelmed. But the short answer is I need to keep better track of what I'm purchasing so I don't purchase it twice. So
I saw that there was a question on thumbnails too, and I actually had the same question of, are there any standards or best practices for creating thumbnails for YouTube videos? I saw that all of yours really look cohesive.
Yes, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can share my other screen. Hello. Hang on a second. I'll share my screen and see if I can find it. I have like a gazillion tabs open, and this is why, so I can always just pop back to my favorite tab, wherever it may be. So I'll tell you first off, in general, for best practices, thumbnails are seen at a lot of different sizes, and some of them are very, very small. So ideally, you want your thumbnail to be bold and colorful and have text and possibly an image. You don't want to try to squeeze too much onto a thumbnail. So I use, what I have on screen here is Thumbnail Blaster. I can't remember what it costs. It's not ridiculous, but I'll check into it. And the great thing about Thumbnail Blaster is I can start with a template. Again, that's the whole secret, start with templates. So I can use this template and then just go into Thumbnail Blaster and change the text and the image and create a whole new thumbnail. And again, this is like, you know, again, best practices, bold, big, bold text so it can be read at any size, and maybe an image. So if I go in here, I can say, okay, I want to switch the image and I want to switch it to Irina. She's going to kill me. Oh, you're in the background for some reason. Here we go, change image. And I already have this picture of Irina, so I want to put her there. So now I have Irina taking a picture, and I can move that around and make it bigger, make it smaller, do whatever I need to do. I can move all the text around, I can customize the text, and all that good stuff. So the Thumbnail Blaster is a really easy way to create custom thumbnails without going crazy. So, and again, this is the one I tend to use just because, I mean, there are other ways to do it. You can do it on Canva as well. But I like Thumbnail Blaster because you're already starting with, you know, way ahead of the game with all these templates that you can use. And it's pretty easy. You certainly don't have to be a designer to use any of these. And then down here, you can see my thumbnails. So if I'm going back to say like, all right, I'm going to do another Lou's Reviews video, I can just go back to this template and update it and use it. So like in this particular thumbnail for this particular video, I was talking about studio backdrops. So obviously that's the text I put in here. If I was talking about something else, I'd just switch out the text. And Irina took all these awesome photos of me in Italy a couple years ago that I still use. So, but again, you can see here that all I had to do was was click on the photo, and I can change the image to something else. So I can replace it, and then now here's another photo that Irina took. Now I'm leaning up against nothing. But I could lean up against the words like that. So it's really easy to use, and it has all those cool templates. So it just makes it so much easier to start. And again, you don't have to be a designer. You just have to be able to know how to cut and paste, basically. So Wilma, does that answer your question? $37. Yeah, they will definitely have upsells, and I have an affiliate link somewhere they'll have to find and put in the Facebook group. But I only have the basic version, and I've had no problem with that. I've been able to do everything that I need to do with the basic version of Thumbnail Blaster. Like they have a club where you get new templates every month. It's like, well, I don't need that. I want my templates to look somewhat consistent from a branding standpoint. And there are people who do a much better job at that than me, but at least I know when I go to my YouTube, my thumbnails are all customized. And Michael asked about promo.com, which honestly I'm not familiar with, but I will take a look into it. Promo.com. Let me go to my YouTube channel just for 2 seconds to show you. I think you guys can see my YouTube channel here. And again, I don't always create custom thumbnails, but I would say 80% of the time I do. And again, especially if I'm creating a video that's going to be up for a while. So in this case, I was talking about creating YouTube end screens, and I created a custom thumbnail for it. YouTube gives you, as you probably know, 3 crappy choices for thumbnails, and then the 4th option is to create your own custom thumbnail. I'm going to try and pull this up and show you where it does that in the edit.
Hey, boys and girls in video land, it's Lou Bortone. How you?
Edit video. Screen's running a little slow because I have 88 tabs open. Yeah, that's true. With the club things are probably for people who do a lot of different thumbnails for clients and sell them. But typically when you go to YouTube, you're going to see those 3 thumbnails that they give you by default, which are here. And I don't want to use that because it doesn't really say anything. So here's where I can add a custom thumbnail. And again, personally, I'm using Thumbnail Blaster. There are other ways to do it. You can use canva.com. But I just find that this is the quickest and easiest way for me to do it. And then I just go in here and upload a custom thumbnail rather than sticking with one of the 3 that YouTube gives me. All right, so hopefully that answers that question. Let me take a look and see if anybody else is here and has any other questions. Feel free to unmute if you know how to do that, or raise your hand if you have other questions about anything. Like I said, this is Thumbnail Blaster. I will try to find my affiliate link. Some of these are kind of wacky, but again, you can see in general, they're all, like if you don't need much of an explanation. When you look at this and you see 3 best mobile apps and an image of an iPhone, that's pretty intuitive. And all of these are bold text and bold images. And in some cases, they're really colorful and pop. Like I like this one, Best Dentist for You, or Top Tools. The text is really front and center so that it can be seen on the small side. If you have Adobe Creative Suite, yes, you could probably do, you could do that there, or Canva, or Adobe Spark even. So there are certainly other ways to do thumbnails, but as long as you know that, yes, you should use a custom thumbnail because it's a great way for people to find out more about your video and actually tell them what it is. And if you feel like you need help, you can use Thumbnail Blaster or some similar software like that. Again, here's the custom thumbnail I did for this particular one about creating end screens. Irina says, no way, I'm doing this myself. Yeah, if maybe you can get a thumbnail, a VA who has Thumbnail Blaster, they can certainly do that. Is it more effective to have a photo or text on the right-hand side? It's weird because Thumbnail Blaster, for the most part, has their texts on the left side, not always, but I think it's really a matter of testing and seeing, all right, well, did this video get a lot more designs with the text on the left or right, because you can do A/B testing with these, which I don't usually do. I think as long as somebody can find out at a glance what that video is about, best video editing software like this one, then you're in pretty good shape. So I wouldn't get too hung up on where the text is. I think it's really just a matter of can it be seen? And is it, you know, big and bold enough to be seen when it's really, really small, because it will be really small. And then Thumbnail Blaster, besides the images that I've uploaded, they also give you images like from Pixabay that you can use and search. Like if you put, I don't know, worker in the search, you know, you get some studly, crazy pictures here. So change image. And again, you know, you can use images from Pixabay. You can use your own images. Thumbnail Blaster itself gives you several. So, you know, if you decided you wanted to replace this image with that image, I like the cutout ones better, but you could do that. Add image. So, and again, you'd have to resize everything and crop it and make it fit and do all that kind of stuff. But you guys get the idea. So yeah, just experiment with it. Again, as long as the title is pretty big and bold and can be read at small sizes, because again, thumbnails can be really, really teeny once you start seeing them on YouTube like this. Okay, I hope that answered that question. I think it's better to use an image of yourself when you're doing these thumbnails. Sometimes, once in a while, I'll use like the generic, you know, here's the girl pointing at the YouTube things, but you can see on most of these thumbnails, I have used, most of the time, I have used images of myself from a branding standpoint. I think that's better to do it that way. And again, you know, come to Tuscany with us and you'll get photos and videos and all that kind of stuff, because I've been using these photos that Irina took for years. This is another one from the Italy series. So,
punchy headlines.
Oops, I don't want to play that. But yeah, you can see, and this one was probably too much text, but it did at least have my image there. And I try to use my image. I don't know how YouTube does the responsive pages, because it does look different everywhere, whether it's on an iPhone or an iPad or whatever, the different sizes. But all I know is that whatever I'm using, and most people for YouTube, a lot of people for YouTube are using phones, it does automatically resize to that. I'll show you my main page here for a sec. So again, the channel banner here, that's a little tricky because it's seen different sizes in different places. So you have to make sure that when you do it, it lines up properly. This is my new homepage, channel trailer, I mean, that I did as a result of this class. So I'm doing it at the same time as you guys. And again, you can always, if you go to the customized channel, you can always change or update that. And when I go here, so returning subscribers will see a video that I want them to see, which in this case is the Visual Branding Retreat. New visitors to my page, if somebody has not subscribed to my page, they will see the new channel trailer. So hopefully that helps with that, even though it's not coming up when I click on it. Here we go. And again, you can see my thumbnails for the most part, and a lot of these are private. So if it's a private video, I don't bother doing a thumbnail because nobody's going to really see it. And I don't know why this is so low res, but you can, when you go to your channel and go to customize channel, on each of these sections, you're going to see a little pencil, and that's where you would change the trailer or remove the trailer. So that's my new homepage video. And then I can go in here and I can move sections up or down. So if I want to move that one down, if I want to do, here's my live streams. Here's another series from a few years ago. So I've got, these are basically all my, here's my playlists. So you can move these up or down. You can kind of arrange the way things look on your channel, but that's getting more into YouTube, which is another whole ball game. Michael has an awesome question that everyone asks, and I'll try to answer it for you. When you do a video from YouTube and then embed it on a sales page or another page, how do you stop related videos from coming up? The short answer is you can't.
You have come to the right channel. In fact, I'm going to give you my 7 quick tips.
But the best way to see that another video doesn't upload at the end of your video is to put on an end screen. So for the last 20 seconds of your video, you can use an end screen. So in this particular video, I've got an end screen here, and it keeps them on my channel for an extra 20 seconds. So even if something else does come up, they've got 20 seconds to decide to subscribe or watch the next video. And again, that's probably the best way to make sure that related videos don't pop up at the end of your video. Otherwise, you know, at least I've got this 20 seconds of buffer here at the end. So people will hopefully stay on the page or click to the next video. The other thing you can do, which is not guaranteed, but it definitely helps, is if you use a nonsense keyword. And what I do is in all of my videos, I use my last name backwards. Don't put this on your YouTubes or my videos will start showing up. But because it's a nonsense keyword, my last name backwards, that doesn't mean anything to anyone. Google's going to see it and say, hey, I see that keyword in all these other videos. So it's going to start to tie those videos together. Again, there's no guarantee that it will work. It depends, you know, what you've been watching and all that kind of stuff. But at least I know, like, the next video that plays up next is the state of video marketing, which is one of my videos. So don't make a liar out of me, YouTube. So using a nonsense keyword is definitely a way to go. Now you can see at the very end of this video, the next video that came up was one of my videos. And I didn't put that there. I didn't pick that video. That's really a function of Google probably saw that nonsense keyword and just showed this video up, served up this video. And again, if I look at, oh, this was a private, that's weird because I don't have any tags for this one. In any event, that's that. So the nonsense keyword or the end screen. Oh, I know why this doesn't have any tags. This was a live stream. So when you stream a video live to YouTube, it doesn't automatically add all your keywords and stuff. So you have to go back in. Do or can YouTube videos show up on our Google My Business page? I don't think so, but any search you go to is typically going to show you videos as well. And it does not matter what order you place the nonsense keywords in the description, as long as you have it in the tags somewhere. And YouTube gives you a ton of space for tags or keywords. So you can use up to, I think it's 500 characters. So you can, I'm not saying to stuff the keywords, but you can definitely use keywords in your YouTube videos. And you can use a bunch of them. So in this case, let's see, did I even add any here? Yes. So here are my tags. I'm using my name, I'm using video marketing, I'm using my last name backwards. And I probably could put even more here. And I'm using a couple different tools like TubeBuddy that suggests keywords. This is TubeBuddy. And again, I can say, oh, you know, I should add web marketing to this keyword as well. So I just added that one. Video marketing strategy. I can add that one. Video influencers. So that's TubeBuddy, which is a separate third-party app, but it gives me suggestions and will allow me to add more keywords. However, as you can see here, now I've gone over the 500 mark, the 500 character mark. So I would have to take a few of these out to get back under the 500 mark. I'll take out web marketing. All right, there we go. Now that I've broken my channel. So that's it. Let's see. I don't see my name. Well, you wouldn't want your name in my videos. Although you can, like if I had another video person or video influencer, I could include their name. I don't always do that, but if it's, you know, related close enough, I might do that. Here's Sean Cannell, another YouTube creator. So, I mean, I could, but I usually don't. Val says, if I looked at the top YouTube videos from competitors and found out what tags they use, could I add their tags to mine? Yes. It's not going to guarantee that your video shows up, but it's going to give you a leg up. So in other words, the nice thing about using TubeBuddy or vidIQ, which does the same thing, is if I go to a video, let me just put that Sean Cannell in here. And I don't know if it's going to show me his videos or not, but it should. It's also going to show me, I'm going to have to do this in Google. All right, let me go here. Bear with me for a second because we're doing this in real time. So here's some of his videos. YouTube, Sean Cannell, YouTube influence, log in. Let's find his YouTube channel. Video. All right, so here's one. The reason that people called Become an Influencer on YouTube. Opportunity is missed by most. Okay, so if I go to that video on his page, if it ever shows up, here it is. The cool thing, Val, thanks, Michael, is on Sean's videos.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct,
hold on, we'll let this play through
but it's wordy and hard to read.
And you can see that I can see the keywords he used. So now I'm basically kind of spying on Sean and seeing, oh, okay, that's interesting. He's using these keywords. So I can copy those if I'm on my little TubeBuddy here thing, or I can just decide, you know what, I should use video influencers as a keyword or key phrase as well. So yeah, so you can either look up the competitors' videos to see what they use, but the best way to do that is if you have one of these third-party apps like TubeBuddy, they're going to show you what keywords your competitors are using. So in this case, you know, I'm not going to use Sean's name probably, but I might use video influencers or social media influencer. So Wellmood, what I did was I just went to a competitive video, in this case, Sean Cannell, this guy, who's a big YouTube dude. And when I open up a video, TubeBuddy automatically shows me what keywords he is using. So those are not my keywords, those are his keywords. And I can do that on any video. It's going to show me which keywords he used in this video, which I can copy or copy and paste or whatever I want to do. So that's that. Free Chrome plugin. Yeah, there is a free version of TubeBuddy. I think I'm using a little beefier version, but again, you can just do TubeBuddy and it'll show you what keywords your competitors are using, and you can get keyword ideas for that. So how cool is that? Okay, let me see if there are any other questions I may have missed before we wrap up. And let me stop sharing my screen for a second. I do want to go back to my slides for 2 seconds just to remind you, this is what's called, I don't know if it's an upsell, but I guess it's an upsell. You know, at the end of every course or webinar, you really should offer your students an opportunity to continue. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this. So that's both a lesson and an example and a pitch all in one. But yeah, the next thing we're doing is 7-day video content creation challenge. It's a steal for under $100, and you can find it at bortone.com/vid challenge. That's going to start in a couple of weeks, or what, 10 or 11 days. And I'll show you one other thing here before I go back to my questions. Google Chrome. I'm all over the place here. So this is my page for that. But let me pull up the chat here for a second. I just lost the chat. Oh, there we go, sorry. So I'm glad you asked, Val. The 7-day challenge is this. So basically day 1, we talk about startup tips and cool tools for getting started. So every day there's a different short video and kind of a prompt for you to create a video. So this is the starting day, day 1. Day 2, pick your platforms and choose your styles. Day 3 is must-have tools and simple shortcuts. So it goes a lot deeper than this course, which was about 7 videos, maybe not deeper, but different topics. Day 4, mastering your message, what to say on video. Day 5, off-camera options and content strategies. Day 6, marketing and distributing your video content. And day 7, consistent content creation. So it's a lovely little quick and easy 7-day challenge. Maybe I can show you the inside of it here. Is this it? Yes. So basically it's in Thinkific, and you can see that each day has a short video and prompt and things like that. Day 1 slides. Actually, it's not a short video. This one was an hour long. So I've got the slides and the videos for each day, but I'm going to kind of go through it live as well. This one was, day 2 was 46 minutes. Day 3 was 46 minutes. So yeah, there's a ton of content here. Day 4 was 44 minutes. So obviously a lot of good stuff in here, and we go, pretty deep into this stuff. Bonus videos, a whole bunch of bonus videos as well. And bonus resources, video script templates, which you already have. So that's the next course. That's what the challenge consists of. It's basically content plus prompting and accountability and encouraging you to do a video a day, even if it's just a quick Facebook Live video. So that is that. All right, so let me see if there are any other questions. I don't think so. And this is where you can find that lovely class. And I hope you'll join us there. And if not, if you need anything else, I'll go back to my slides one more time. Hello, hello. So much zooming, so much zooming. And I will show you where, oops, I selected the wrong thing. Sorry. Stop share. New share. New share, old share. Here's my slides. Okay, so you guys know where to find me if you need anything. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And okay, hold on, there's more questions. Dun, dun, dun. Thanks, Wormwood. You can post reviews in the Facebook group. I think would probably be the best place to do it. What tool did I use to do live to YouTube and Facebook at the same time? That was StreamYard. StreamYard is a Facebook add-on. It's $25 a month. I've been using it for a few months. And the thing I like about StreamYard is you can go live to 2 or more sources at the same time. So when I do my live Facebook Lives, I can go to Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time using StreamYard. So it's STR. It's just StreamYard.com. Oops. There we go. So that's the tool that I use to go live to several sites simultaneously. And I've been doing, a fair amount of Facebook Live. So far it's been worthwhile. You can also have more than one person on screen, like Irina and I just did a StreamYard. We did it to Facebook, and, we can share our screen. We can both be on screen at the same time and all that good stuff. Let me see if I can find that too. So if I go to Facebook, I can show you, no, not him, not me. The StreamYard that Irina and I just did an hour or so ago. Yeah, you can do StreamYard from your phone as well, Layla. I think I owe you a phone call, Layla. I'll check with you after this, if my Facebook ever decides to open again. No. Cool, thank you, Cheryl. So yeah, here in my Facebook, you can see the StreamYard where, of course, it got these goofy expressions, but that's StreamYard for you, where we were doing our live event, both of us on screen, and that was with StreamYard. And in this case, Irina used her StreamYard, and I like that. And here's the link for Tuscany. Oh, cool. So I think that pretty much wraps it up, unless there are any other questions or comments. The Facebook group will remain open. The Thinkific stuff does not expire. That remains available to you as well, even if, especially if you want to go back and review anything. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you will. Thank you so much, Irina and Cheryl and everybody. I hope you'll be able to check out the new 7-day challenge that starts pretty soon. And yes, I will continue to make comments and critiques, etc., in the Facebook group for as long as it makes sense. So I hope this was helpful. I appreciate having you here. Thank you so much for being part of it. And we will see you, hopefully, in the next course. All right. Thanks. Have a great day, and bye for now. Thank you. Bye.